Good morning, it is 8 AM on Friday 31st of August. This is episode 167 of the video show. Today we're going behind the scenes on our first recording of the first podcast that's being filmed in the studio. Let's do it. Hello, welcome to episode 167 of the video show. Firstly, I'd like to apologise because, as I promised on Friday, I promised to record a behind the scenes video of Matthew Larkham's podcast, but unfortunately I didn't have time to do it. I was so caught up actually making the podcast, putting everything together, making sure everyone was all right, all the guests were okay, everything went smoothly, that I completely forgot to put a video together for it. So I thought I'd use this opportunity to talk about podcasting and how I've been using podcasting and how our clients have been using podcasting to get their message across and how that fits into the world of video as well. Firstly, how I use podcasts is maybe a little bit different to how other people use podcasts, because I try to segment video into that. So it doesn't just involve filming the podcast and using that as a video, but it's also about getting people to listen to your podcast, getting people to subscribe to it. So that involves taking segments of your podcast and turning those into little videos that you can share on social media to get people to click to the actual big piece of content. So take 10, 20 seconds clips of your video, turn that of your podcast rather, turn that into a video and then share that to get people to click on your content. The reason this works really well is because your podcast is just going to be sat there. It's the same with your video. If you just make a video and put it on YouTube, put it on LinkedIn, put it on Facebook, it will just sit there. Nobody's going to find it. You've got to make sure people find it. So by taking your main bit of content and then chopping it down into little bits and then sharing those, you're giving yourself a lot more opportunity for people to be able to find you and find who you are, what you do, how you do it. And that's also building a level of trust as well. Talking of trust, if you're making this podcast regularly, it's the same if you're making videos regularly, people will get to know you. With podcasts, of course, they can't see you unless you video it and share that as a video as well. But if you're making that regular content where people can get to know who you are, what you do, how you do it, then that's going to help build trust. That's going to help people understand who you are and feel that they know you, so that when the time's right for them to buy from you, or when they know somebody who they feel that you can help, they're going to send them to you. Lastly, what kind of equipment do you need for a podcast? Obviously, I think you need a pretty decent microphone. You need a microphone that's trustworthy, that's a good quality, that's not going to be too echoey, not going to be too poor quality in terms of, you don't want it crackling or anything like that. So shop around, look for something that's half decent, that's going to be pretty good, that fits your budget, and then do that. And it's the same with video. Just make sure you're updating it when you can, making sure you can make improvements when you can. That's it. That's all we've got time for today on episode 167. If you've got any questions about video or podcasting or anything like that, post it in the comments below. If you want to put together your own podcast, then contact me. I'll see how we can help you. And also, if you've got any other questions, then feel free to just post them in the comments below. I will also share my podcast in the comments. I will also share my podcast in the comments, and when Matthew's is up on Friday, I will share that as well. So that's it for episode 167. I'll see you next time in episode 168.